Now, how you doing, guys? This is a mod tutorial on how to safely uninstall a mod and reinstall a better version of it and clean your save. So what do I mean by this? I'm going to use an example today called The People of Skyrim, which is a mod that came out in 2015 or 16 for Legendary Edition and then pulled its way over to Special Edition. Now this, as I'm right here right now, there is mod elements of this mod, and this is the Tundra of Skyrim. This is added by the... Let's have a look. Yep, so you go TPOS, Ultimate, ESM, ESP. These trees are added. Yeah, that LOD's a bit bad. These trees are added in by the mod. Oh shit. I've had to turn off my detection so I don't get attacked by random creatures. Now in default game, this place has got no trees. But his mod added those trees, and if I untick the mod and don't uninstall it, like if I don't uninstall my mod manager, there'll be billboards, tree billboards. Now what are tree billboards? What the crap? Tree billboards are the lot of those trees. See those trees over there in the distance? Those are billboards. Those are lot objects. Only trees you'll see from a distance, and you get close and they turn into these trees. So if I just turn the mod off and I come back, I'm going to have billboards all over the place close up. 2D images of trees. Because it's baked into the save file. It's baked into the mod. But if I uninstall the mod, that means I'm uninstalling all the scripts, and there's a damn good chance I'm going to absolutely butcher my save file. I'm going to corrupt it. Because if you save a game, you completely uninstall the mod, you come back, the scripts that aren't in that save, it's going to completely butcher it. You're going to have a good 80% chance of corrupting your save. So I'm going to show you how to safely uninstall this sort of mod and maybe replace it with a newer version, like a rebuilt version, TPOS2, which is a newer version which doesn't edit cities or interior cells like taverns. And so we're just going to uninstall it, we're going to come back in the game. So let's just save. It will take a while to load in my game because I've been playing it for 300 hours. So I've saved it. We're going to untick it on our mod manager. I use Nexus mod manager. It's a pain in the ass, but I'm just too lazy to work with it. Let's launch the game up again. I haven't fully installed it yet. I probably should actually, but we're going to start up with just seeing what the mod does once you uninstall it. If I uninstalled it completely from my mod manager, I would lose scripts. And the save file doesn't have those scripts, the game corrupts. Now, uninstalling mods this way is safer, but it also does leave damages. It leaves orphan scripts. Orphan scripts are better than no scripts, because that doesn't corrupt your save straight away. And untraced instances. You can clean that with a clean. I'm running special editions, preferably for special edition users, but we will get to that. First, we're going to check what this mod leaves behind. Yes. See, it's just going to freeze for a tiny second, and it'll come back to me. So if I'm right, there'll be billboards all over the bloody place. There'll be 2D trees. And I can even see that on the creation kit when I go into a mod that isn't related to TPOS. I can see there's billboards in those mods. Like LOD trees that belong to another mod. So it's baked into the game. I don't necessarily know how, but I'm pretty sure it's going to stick around because it does that in the creation kit without the mod even activated. And then the only way to get rid of it is by completely uninstalling it, but by doing that you lose scripts, and we're going to get through that. So we've just unchecked it, we're going to have to save it with a custom way to clean the save after we're done. So I'll show you how to do that. It can take some time. It takes like probably 30 to 40 seconds for me to do it, but it helps. I've been able to play for 300 hours because I save my cleans whenever I remove mods. Guess not. There's no baked trees. Look at this save he gets, going to attack me. Alright, that's different. There's I don't know, we'll get a little bit closer. Tool detection. Yes, I run sex labs. If you watch this, if you watch my videos before, you definitely gonna know this. If you've watched them. If anybody watches them. So, TPOS is gone, means all the towns and cities are gone, but they'll come back. So look at these trees over here. See if they're actually part of Skyrim. So there's 3D tree billboards. So they look like 3D trees from a distance. They don't look like the vanilla trees. The closer I get, there we go. So they turn into actual trees. All right. So what we're going to do, we are going to save this. That's still up there. Bloody hell. We're going to save the game now, but we're going to save it with a number at the end of it. So save CCC 1, and the game will look like it's frozen. It's not frozen. Now the new version of TPOS2 doesn't apparently add trees out in the tundra. It doesn't edit the cities, and it doesn't edit the interiors of taverns like the other one did, which you had to remove test edit. Because if you didn't know how to use test edit and there was no modders making patches for it, this mod got in the road of plenty of other good mods like JK Skyrim and enhanced interior cells and other things that make places look beautiful. And the interior cells in the cities. Apparently he's stopped that, so we're going to find out. But we've got to save it first. We've got to clean the save before we reinstall the new version. And you'll see that I'll have a lot of orphan scripts, and if I go running around the game, orphan scripts and unattached instances, my game will crash a lot. But I haven't got the time to be checking that out. So it's going to take a while. Once it does, I'll just shut the game down straight away. The tool you're going to require is Full Rim. It's a special edition. There's other ones for this Full Rim. I think is good because it can does a job straight. It does two jobs, which other tools in Legendary Edition you need two different tools for, like Save Cleaner and some other friggin' thing. But Full Rim is amazing. It's so easy to use, so easy to learn. And you can finish that. You can clean your save in the space of 10 to 15 seconds. Don't fear, it might not take as long for you. The game's not frozen. It's just because I put a number on the end of it, it takes a lot longer to save, and it builds like a Fort Polio. I don't know why or how. I don't understand how Skyrim saves work, but this is just what it does. It will then take you out of the game and leave like a Word document on your save file. Just shut that down, shut the game down, and we'll run Full Rim. The microphone's been away from my face this entire time, so I don't know how loud I am. I guess skip until this shit is done. I don't script these things. I don't have the script in my hand so I can read all this crap. I just decided to do this out of the blue, and I do it. And there we go. Alright, so we're going to get a Word document. We're going to shut that down. We're going to shut the game down. Remember what we call it. We're going to go to wherever we saved our save cleaner. I put it in its own file. Craps Skyrim stuff, Legendary Edition. You're going to have Java, of course. We're going to find CCC. Thought I called it 1. Ignore those, please. Anyway, it looks like it's it. Alright, so that 200 attached instances. I guess that mod didn't have any scripts, which is kind of sus, but 200 is a lot. So now I'm just going to clean it. Go to clean, go to unattached instances. Boom, 200 orphan scripts gone. That is a lot, and that's what you want to get rid of. And undefined elements, do that too. And it had nothing there, so file, save as. No, let's not. Let's go Centauros AZ. Oh, shite. So we know what save it is. It'll save. Okay, we went to the mod, into the game, saw what the game was like, then we left the game, deactivated the mod, went back into the mod, and we saved it, and then we cleaned it. So it's now safe to completely remove that mod from your mod manager if you're no longer ever going to use it. The whole entire point of removing a mod is that. So what we can do now is install our new mod, which is the TPOS2 version of it. I don't know if I'm going to be on Facebook. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. The new version of TPOS2, there's two versions. There's the full version, and then there's the cut version, which doesn't involve cities or small town edits, like Dawnstar or Solitude or interior inns. doesn't change any of that. I got the cut version because I've got, you know, mods that change the interiors, like enhanced interiors or distant interiors, or JK Skyrim, which I really like those mods over his edits, and that's just the truth of it. So I'm getting the cut version. So now I can install that mod, and you got to make sure it's at the very highest, well, not the very highest, you just make sure it's higher than the mods that you have that like JK Skyrim or distinct interiors and all things like that. So I've got it at the highest list I can. It's a big mod, it changes Skyrim, so you kind of want any other mod to take priority over it. So clean the save. I can now go into the save without having to worry about orphan scripts and not having any scripts so my game doesn't die, because like I've said in the past, and even in this video, if you decide you're going to, you know, get out of the game, uninstall a mod completely, go back into the game, you're missing scripts from that save, and your save will shit itself. It will die. And you do not want that. So I haven't used TPOS2. I never tried. This is my first time using the mod. I do want to see what it does. I have to make sure, because I've got naked ass followers walking around cities, which I kind of don't want to see in YouTube, because I don't have to know how to like censor it. We're going to get in, we're going to find out what's changed, we're going to see if certain mods have worked. Cool, because I'd like to, you know, get, I'll have to go and test, what's it called? Morthal, because the smaller places I could never really fix, because when I try to do it with the TPOS1, if I removed that version of the mod and I tried to put JK Skyrim over it, I had to remove it with the test edit. NPCs, like it looked nice, but NPCs wouldn't move. They became very stupid, which is unfortunate. But now I'm going to go to Morthal. I'm going to see what it's all about. See if it looks vanilla. If it does, that's good. It doesn't edit the cities, which I really like, and I'll be able to completely replace it with JK Skyrim or another mod that might make Morthal look even better. I didn't mind his edit of Morthal, to be honest. It wasn't too bad. I got quite used to it. I want to see if he's changed or made edits to the tundra, or he's just left it bare and open. Because he did say in his description that forest mods could be added. Because I've gotten so used to the tundra of Skyrim being filled full of trees, because I've been using his mod for the last 2 years. So it's going to be a bit weird seeing it butt naked like it was before. I'm actually surprised there's still trees there. But we're going to go see if he's changed any towns, because I've completely reinstalled it. If he has changed towns in this version, I've either installed the wrong version or I haven't completely understood the description. Alright, he hasn't changed the tundra at all, the looks of it. He looks like he left that butt naked, apart from his first version of the people of Skyrim. Doesn't look too bad, it's just the lod in the background tends to suck ass. What the hell? There's no trees. That's the Skyrim technology we've got. Alright, let's go and have a look at a town that is 13th Legion. Alright, let's go look at a town. What town is safe? Let's go look at new map markers. Sweet as. There's a lot of new stuff here. I removed those of test edits, so I haven't updated JK Skyrim yet. Let's just go to Whiterun. I apologise, I'm going to have to learn how to filter. This might take longer for me to do, which is going to be a pain in the ass, but whatever. If I've got to filter titties that kick, because I've got like followers that are semi-naked, they're like barbarians. I've got called a dungeon virgin when I showed you all. It was funny. Oh, it'd be good for all the dungeon virgins when one day it's finally released, but fuck, it requires so many mods. Mods I've had to turn to masters because I'm just too lazy to build them separately. I use a lot of mods as frameworks. by the looks of it, he hasn't edited any of the cities. Still looks like JK Skyrim, which is pretty good. There's no naked ass titty followers around, which is even better. Because I don't want to filter that shit. Alright, so now that we're here, I gotta keep an eye out, in case I get the smallest whisper of one of the women of the north. I have to like turn my camera. Alright, sweet. So there's no edits from him by the looks of it. Let's go check out Morthor. I'm gonna watch myself there, but let's just go check out Dawnstar. As I know for a fact that I left his mods, his smaller city mods on in his previous version. So if it's vanilla Dawnstar, it's removed. It's yeah, hasn't touched the cities, which is nice in my opinion. You miss out content, but then you get content from other mods. "17 years after the dragon." Oblivion Crisis, hey? Good old lore you learn about. Can't wait for the mod beyond Skyrim. It's gonna be sick. Alrighty, looks like it's back to vanilla Dawnstar, because I think there's massive ass walls here protecting it. So I've managed to uninstall a gigantic mod that changes Skyrim completely. Without destroying my save and cleaning it like it never happened, like I never uninstalled it. So I'm kind of proud of that, and I hope it helped you guys. So now that we've uninstalled a very big mod that could have caused many conflicts for your save file, and we removed that mod and we safely removed it and we cleaned the save, we can now proceed to play this version of the mod, which adds a lot more content but doesn't change the things that you don't want changed and all that, and you can still play the game as normal without having to worry about your save shitting itself. So I hope this helped. I'm going to have to edit the videos, of course, because I've made like so many different versions of it, and I really hope it helps. Jesus Christ. And so yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this helped you guys, and especially with the future with removing mods and saving your cleans, Jesus Christ, cleaning your saves and all that.